All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check. Red.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They do snap it. Flacco now. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
No. 51. Hey! Monday!
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this one's incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Flacco to throw again on second down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fact.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Sharon Peak, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
To throw is Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 13, check 13.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Set. 19. You just warm up.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build up the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Flacco's throw there, complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. These two teams. All tied after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Hey, shoot! You're over here, you're over here. Hey, check.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco, he'll rifle this one. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Sharon Peak with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch edge. Check 3. Check 37. Check 37. SOS. Check 3.
On 1st down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check Mike 47. Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, box truck.
Flacco looks to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll toss it to Miller. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Broncos 47.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Watson on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Sharon Peak on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Get in the weight room. Shift. Watch the shift.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Be wide.
After the sack on first down, Flacco, he gets it here to Peak. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Switch.
Red.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new way I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Shift.
To throw on third down, Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Operating off play action. Flacco escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Keep third. Double time. 20. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's got Peak. And a loose football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
47's the mark, boys, 47. Check, 47. Put it down. You ain't got nothing. Deuce. 47.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Watson with a give to Miller, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And Thomas has it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the gun, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 30. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 6. Second down. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To pass, Flacco. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 4th-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. All day, dog.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Come on. Hey, check Mike 46. 47.
I'm going to run you over. Mike's 47. Mike's 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him.
On second and 12, Watson. He's going to air one out. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, 24.
Check Mike 47.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the run.
How about this? Flacco setting to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Peak. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Sharon Peak taking it in. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles a nice. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Smooth. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Big Dan.
Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 2nd and 12, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
55. All day. Swing. Day, every day. Any day. Hey.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.